Hello again, guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Nice. And I have a sales update video for you guys. It's the weekly sales update video for both Etsy and eBay. So I'll just go ahead and dive right in. So first of all, Etsy. I have not been able to keep these vintage sweaters in my store this week. You may remember a few weeks ago, well, actually, I think like 2 weeks ago, I hit up some church rummage sales and I just big bang on all of these vintage sweaters. I got for like 20 cents a piece, if that. As soon as I get them up, like this one that you're looking at right now, I literally got it up. I went to go list the next thing on Etsy today and my phone cha-chinged and it had sold. So they're doing good for me right now. I don't know. Anyway, let me tell you about them. So I paid about 20 cents for this one here. It wasn't any particular name, a Jantzen. I don't know if that's the way you say it, but anyway, size large, and it was definitely cute. I loved it. It had like these like folded over cuffs, and some really nice colors to it, like a medium knit. Just a big cozy sweater, and it sold for $19.95 with buyer paying shipping. Another sweater, same thing again, paid 20 cents and it sold for $19.95 buyer paying shipping. So 20 cents and 20 bucks is not bad at all. This was an extra large, again with like a really cool like a red and green kind of print going on. Okay. And then the next two things, the same person bought 2 pairs of eyeglasses. These are just a pair of 80s eyeglasses, no particular brand, just made in Taiwan. They were very heavy prescription from the previous wearer. They were like an orange and black, kind of almost like a speckled tortoiseshell kind of thing, but they were an all metal frame. They were very nice. So they sold, sorry, I picked them up for about $2. I put down here because I couldn't remember where I got them. But I'm thinking it's a thrift store I got them from, which would be about $2. And I sold them for $34.95. And this pair the person got as well. These are just another pair, 80s. They were made in Hong Kong and they were so hard to photograph. What you can't see very well is they had this really amazing like metallic purple rim, and I just could not get these things to photograph in a way that really showed that off. Anyway, someone bought them, so I got these for $1 and they sold for $34.95, so a total of about $70 from this buyer, and they paid shipping on top. This sold, I got this about a month ago. It's probably been up for about 3 weeks. It was a really nice blue color, but it did have some discoloration up here. And unfortunately, the dial light, like the lighted backing here, did not work. The clock worked as an electric clock, but it just wouldn't glow anymore, which was a real shame. So I paid $1 for this in the state sale, and I sold it for $9.95 because I didn't feel like I could ask any more since it didn't really do what it was supposed to do. Another sweater, 20 cents again into $19.95 buyer paying shipping. I picked this up at a rummage sale a while ago, and I actually paid 16 cents when everything was parted out, 1.6. And it was a cowhide wallet. It had like this really nice kiss lock purse on the back here and a zip part, and then like a checkbook holder as well, because everyone needs that now, right? And then this really nice like almost stamped floral detail here. Anyway, paid 16 cents for it. It did have a mark or two, and it sold for $19.95. These guys sold. I got these at the yard sale I went to, where the lady was like clearing out all of her children's toys, and they would just happen to be like 90s kids, so everything was like early 90s, and I was in heaven. I paid $1.20 for all 4 of these, so like 30 cents a piece ish, and they sold to this guy, I should say as well, was a hand puppet that roared. And then these were just like static figures, kind of like half plush, half plastic. I don't know. That's a weird photo, right? That just looks odd. I don't know. Anyway, and they had some wear that you can see here, but they were all authentic Lion King from 1994, and the whole lot of them sold for $34.95 buyer paying shipping. And then another pair of eyeglasses on Etsy. These were from the early 90s, I believe. They were Luxottica. They had almost like a cat eye kind of look to them, but the rims were amazing. Another pair of eyeglasses that were really hard to photograph effectively. You can kind of see in this photograph here, I shined enough light on the things so that you could see a little bit of reflection. And they had like a dark blue and this amazing turquoise color, and then all kinds of different things like purples and pinks running through. I got a little bit more showing there with the purple and turquoise. They were really beautiful, like in real life. but that doesn't help when you're selling online, right? So anyway, I feel like I captured a little bit here, and they sold. I paid $3 for these, and they sold again for $34.95 with buyer pay and shipping. And that is Etsy for the week, and then onto eBay. I picked these guys up about 3 weeks ago. They've been up for about 2 weeks. I paid 50 cents a piece for these guys. They were from, I think they were from 1988. You can see some wear, obviously, that really obvious wear on the feet there. I made sure I got plenty of photographs of that. They were by Acme, but they were authentic Mario and Luigi. And the pair of them together, I took a best offer for $40. So $1 for both of them is what I paid at the yard sale, and they sold for $40 with buyer paying shipping. This Bible I picked up, I think it was last weekend at the rummage. No, it wasn't last week. The weekend before at the rummage sale. I actually got this for free. They had a huge box, so they would just told everyone just dive in and take what you want. So I grabbed this. I thought it was a really beautiful Bible. It was from, I want to say 1960. Yeah, 1966 was the copyright. Definitely had a little bit of wear to it, but not much at all, considering it's, a little bit of an older piece. You can see a little bit of wear on the cover there, but really, really beautiful. All of the presentation pages were all clean, which is just awesome to find. So it sold for $29.99 with buyer paying shipping. Finally sold this calculator. I'd given up hope since everyone's back in school, but I sold it. I picked it up for $1 and sold it for $12.99, which isn't a great, profit, but it's fine, and I'm glad that it sold. I'm excited about that, and buyer paid shipping. This sold. I picked this up a while ago at a thrift store for $2.98, and I actually took I threw a price on it because I couldn't find anything like it. Like there was no other designs that I could find that matched this by this particular company. And I recently sold by the same company. It was another stocking, but it was like a white horse with a poinsettia. It was really, really cool. Again, I couldn't find anything on that, and I actually ended up selling that one for $65. But I took a best offer on this for $40, and I was happy with that, and buyer paid shipping as well. It's a pretty good mark, from $3 to $40 when I couldn't find any comps online at all. This I picked up about I want to say 3 or 4 weeks ago at a yard sale. I paid $2 for this, I think, and it was new without tags. Like, it just hadn't been touched. And I thought the reason I grabbed it, first of all, it was Coldwater Creek, which isn't a bad brand at all. And also these colors I just thought were amazing for fall. I figured that someone was really going to love it, and they did. And I took a best offer on this for $34.99 and buyer paying shipping, which I thought was a super fair offer, and I was excited to take it. I love it when people give offers that are like, sensible. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll take your offer. It's more than half the price. That's amazing. Okay, this is my bust for the week. So I picked these shoes up for 20 cents at the church rummage sale a week or two ago. So I didn't have a lot of money in them at all. They were vintage. They were all leather with leather soles. But here's the deal. I misread them. I misread the sign. Being super vintage, this is all they had for the sizing, and I thought it said 16 over there on the right, but apparently, and I measured them, let me say, but I measured toe to heel on the sole of the shoe, which apparently I'm supposed to measure toe to heel on the insole, which I now have learned and will never do it wrong again, I swear. So actually it ended up being size 11B. And the customer was so nice. So what I did, they wanted to return it, and they were very nice about it, but honestly I did not want them to have to go through the sort of rigmarole of returning them. And also, frankly, for 20 cents I had in them, I didn't want to pay for the return shipping as well. I'm not gonna lie. So I just told them, please keep them. I know they're the wrong size, but please feel free to donate them or gift them to someone. They were really beautiful shoes, like I said, all leather and leather soles as well. And then I offered the buyer a cancellation. They accepted, and I just refunded their money and their shipping, and it was left on really good terms. So I'm hoping I don't get a surprise negative feedback come through. Hopefully not. What can you do? But yes, so I'm actually out the shipping cost there, so I'm out $7.35 and the 20 cents, but that's okay. There's a lesson learned. We won't do that again, will we? Okay, picked this up for $1, sold it for $9.99 and buyer paid shipping. It was just a really big pin. I don't know. It was by Hallmark. I don't know why I paid $1 for this. I probably wouldn't do that now. I guess I just thought it was cool at the time. But anyway, you know, it's kind of neat and someone loves it. This was a good sale this week. So this buyer, it was on the global shipping program, and he purchased this camera, this Agfa camera that you can see here, that I talked about in a haul video not long ago at all, like less than a month ago, I think. I actually got this camera with like a vintage camera lot. I paid $2.50 for the camera lot. That includes like it was like a vintage leather bag, and then a light meter and a bunch of bulbs, all kinds of stuff basically. So when parted out, actually the camera cost me 60 cents. Well, I sold the camera for $84.99. And then the buyer contacted me and he wanted to buy these other two items that you can see here. There's a light meter that I was selling for $34.99 and some lens filters that I was selling for $9.99. But with the global shipping program, you cannot combine after they have purchased. I will do a video on this if anybody wants to know the ins and outs of how I did this. Anyway, the basics are I had him cancel, I sent him a cancellation request or whatever, and he accepted. I just cancelled and refunded his money on the camera, which is a bit scary when it's a big sale because you're like, please come back and spend your money. And then basically I redid the listing. So as you can see here, this is not a photo I would usually put up, but this is a special listing just for him of the 3 items together for a total of $127.97. So he only had to pay the 1 shipping fee on global shipping program. Otherwise, you can't combine shipping. So anyway, as I said, if anyone wants to know a little bit more about that and how I handled that, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to do a video just explaining that. Picked this up for $1 a little while ago. It's just like this vintage work shirt. Basically, it had this amazing name patch, Jimmy, you know, it's just super Americana style. Anyway, and it sold for $29.99 with buyer paying shipping. Picked this up for free in the state sale. They couldn't believe that anybody wanted it. It was this vintage YSL perfume, not much left in the bottle, but it still sold for $9.99 with buyer paying shipping, which of course went ground because it has to when it's perfume. And finally, my final sale on eBay this week, I picked this up for 50 cents at an estate sale. It was just the coolest, strangest vintage thing I found, I think, so far. So basically, it was an advertising fan. So this is, you know, something local here in East Tennessee. Standard Markets, like a grocery store or whatever. But it kind of like folded out. He's doing making hot dogs with a pig holding mustard, and then all the other pigs are whispering. I don't know what's happening in this, but somebody thought it was cool. Anyway, I paid 50 cents. I got best offer for $22 with buyer paying shipping, so I took it and was very happy to do so. So my numbers for this week. My gross profit this week was $587.46. I paid in total for all of these items $37.68. After all my listing fees, my final value fees, the amount that I paid for the items, and also that loss on those shoes that I goofed up on, the net profit this week for everything I just showed you was $490.96, which is a pretty good week. I don't mind that at all. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Let me know what you think of those sales. Would you have done anything differently? Do you have any advice, any thoughts on any of it? I would love to hear what you think. I do reply to comments. Anyone who wonders why I take my time to reply to comments, please know I love to read every single one of them. I love to respond. I definitely will. I try to sit down like once a week, basically, with some quiet. You know, I do this pretty much full time in all of my spare time, and I have 2 kids under 3, which means I'm super, super busy and can never focus on typing, you know, replies to things unless I really, really carve out time. So please bear with me. I promise you, I really value everything that you guys put out there in the comments, and I love to chat with you guys, find out what you're doing and learn from you. It's amazing. All right, guys, I just hope you have an amazing week and come back and watch some more videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye.